Welcome back once more, brave adventurers and dastardly delvers. Welcome to the Dungeon Challenge League. Today we start our first quest dungeon, the Assault on Turel Dar. But I'm getting ahead of myself, for today is a somber day for our beloved adventuring party. Raksha, Azimuth, Rylos, and their companions, who I am totally blanking on right now, names-wise, sorry, Matt, and Emily. Don't laugh at me, there's a lot of characters to remember. Anyways, there is a very touching funeral going on for the party's beloved warrior, who met his end in the crypt of the necromancer. As per his wishes, the body was cremated. Several members said some touching words. There were some tears from individuals who will remain nameless because of how high their backstabbing damage can go up to. And it is a very sad day for the party, made worse by the conversation that happened earlier in the day. Upon returning, with what could be best described as Stryker's now obliterated body in tow, along with a staff containing several spirits and a completely destroyed crypt of the necromancer behind them, the party was forced to inform the enchantress of what had happened. And after Raksha had finished giving the description of the tale, Ebra Silverwind just sat there, glaring at the party, hands folded, the picture of elven elegance. And she simply said, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Chester will stand its planet in sinus.
She'll just shake her head and go, "All right. How about this? Give me back my staff, and you are going to swear to never reveal to anyone who the real necromancer was." Do we have an understanding?
Raksha will smile at her and goes, "See, if there was only that annoying little piece of shit we have called Crispy in there, I would give you the stuff. Wait, the stuff is the one with all the spirits in it, isn't it?
No, it is not. It's
It's
the
not.
staff
It's
that
another
Rylos
one.
had that she lent you guys, the one that you retrieved from the Silverlight Grotto.
And so she asks, goes, and do we still get a reward for this stuff and the other magical objects we have sit?
After completely destroying that perfectly good and well, do you realize that there will never be another magical architect like the one who built that in this lifetime? You've destroyed a priceless treasure. So no, you're not getting paid. That is reparations for what you did. Consider it getting off easy.
He'll smile and he'll just say, goes, that goes for the stuff, I understand, but then I don't remember. Did we find out that she knew who the necromancer was all along, or?
Yes, this is sort of a revelation that she basically knew who the real necromancer was. If you wanted to inquire more into it, you would need to do so. Or make an insight check.
He'll say, then again, you knew the real story behind the Necroman's identity and never told us. He sent us on a chase against him, knowing real well who he was.
She's going to put her hand to her sinuses and take a deep sigh and say, "Look, Edmus Carthright was the wizard who taught me everything I knew. I grew up next to that bitch of a daughter that he had and saw what she did to the land around her. She ruined his good name. The name Carthright now is associated with defilement and the darkest of magics because of her stupid ambitions. Do not tell me." And then she'll sigh again. Is very emotional about this subject. She'll then say, "I did what my master asked me to do, and that is to ensure that his daughter's good name was upheld. And thanks to you guys, that is now in jeopardy. So, I could very well just erase your memories, but I'm not going to, because that would be a dick move."
Your smile goes, and we get to keep the other magical items.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you that little staff that has your friend's soul inside of it. Now that I have the bitch and that other little guy who was stuck in there, she'll point to these two soul gems. One's the sort of like dull, lifeless color, and the other one is that horrible pale blue that several party members will recognize, belonging to the necromancer's aura. You can keep the staff, that way your friend will be able to communicate with you. You might even be able to revitalize him if you can find a cleric. I think there might be one in New Merdanea who has the necessary divine mumbo-jumbo to bring him back.
She'll say, well, except from that, the only magical item I have is the staff. You can have that. And he'll look to the end of
She is
to
going
the
to roll a sense motive check against you. So please roll me bluff.
What do I roll?
It's your bluff score plus 1d20.
Okay. Let me check. Bluff, so it's 1d20. Ah, shit. I roll again.
What did you roll?
1.
Is that a net? Okay.
Bum, bum, bum.
Hello?
Oh, yes. Roll again.
Oh, I roll again.
Yes. You got
Oh, shit, another one.
Are you
What
kidding
the hell?
me?
Wait.
2 ones in a row.
Yeah, wait. Wait, I'll just check something on it. No, it's no.
Do it. 2 ones. It's funny.
Okay.
Do it.
4d20 to see if you can confirm the double critical failure.
4, you said?
What?
You said roll what? Wait. What do you say? Roll another d20?
Yes, one last d20.
Yeah, 9.
Okay, so it's 9 plus what?
Just 9. I don't have plus.
Okay, what's your charisma score or modifier then?
It's plus 0. It's just 9.
All right, so it's just 9. David, would you please give me a d20 roll, please?
Okie doke. 1 second. D20, 1. A 17.
Yeah. In that case, it is a... oh gosh. That's 1 critical failure, 2 critical failures. It's a double critical failure. So basically, she just sort of looks at you and then raises an eyebrow. And it's one of those eyebrows where she lets loose that she really probably does have the power to just sort of erase all of your memories, leaving you a complete amnesiac. And as you sort of take a step back, you accidentally trip over one of the tables that are there, and the knife just sort of falls out of your pocket onto the ground in a clumsy clunk. Which you'll just sort of look down at it, and then look up at you again with that same eyebrow being raised.
And he'll say, "Oh," he'll say, "Yeah." He'll say, "This is magical," and he'll smile at her.
She will sigh again, and then she'll just point to the door and say, "Get out. All of you out. You have until sundown to get the fuck out of my city." All pretense of... Well, it was already gone at this point because she was super mad, but now, like... It's very possible that you just burned a bridge right here.
Raksha will pick the knife up and then he'll throw it on the table so it like goes in front of her, and well, he'll throw on the table so the blade digs on the table, and he'll go, "There you go," and he'll walk out.
All right. As now, several hours later, it is dark, and what's left of the body of Stryker is being cremated, and everyone is saying their fond farewells. You know that there's very little options for the party left now. However, there is the chance that you might be able to bring Stryker back from the grave, especially because you still have his soul bound within the staff. As I'm assuming Raksha is holding the staff right now for convenience's sake. Does Stryker have anything to say about the funeral so far, or the events that transpired?
So can Striker see the
Oh yeah, he
funeral?
can see. Yeah.
Just Raksha is sitting at the back, and he's sitting well at the back when he's the only one in a corner, and he's keeping the stuff up so that he can see the, what's his name again?
Stryker or Azimuth?
So that Stryker can see his funeral.
Yeah. I'm imagining, yes, Striker's seeing the scene of maybe it's in the open, like in the middle of the town, or some sort of area where public ceremonies are held. And is there a good turnout? I don't imagine his death was quite a story, or the bard would have probably made a big thing about it. So.
Oh yes, Rylus did compose an epic, a literal epic
of
Stryker's and his death and his possible ascension into the astral realms upon the backs of five dragon.
We'll assume that there's quite a good turnout, and there's loads of the locals and probably the people from the tavern, because they do always remember him charging in there half naked. Oh no, he was naked, like showing the head of a creature he's slain, and he will observe this, and as the priest or whoever's just performing whatever ceremony, he will look upon it and go, brings a tear to my eye. So many people turned out. Ugh.
Does Raksha have anything to say on this regards? Since the voice does go out, like, it's not just within Raksha's head, so it's like the skull staff is actually saying that it was...
Raksha will look at the stuff and say, "You are with us in spirit. Your body may turn into a shooting star and go between the silent and sleep, and will watch over us with what's the name of the night goddess that he watches over? That was
If I
that
have
he.
this up right now, it would be. Where is it? Suta, the Lady of Night.
Yeah, he'll say, may your body turn into a shooting star, and remain between the silent and sleep, and watch over us with Suta.
It's
Aw.
awesome. It's very nice of you to say, but Suez, not my god. The god that whispers. That's the one I worship. I'm sure I'm going to find him one day. If not, I'll punch and beat everyone till they tell me where he is. Well, when I get my body back.
Raksha will smile and goes, everybody, no matter their faith, a part of them goes and watches over us with Suta, so that we are watched over at night.
Well, it looks like all I can do at the moment is watch. God, I would kill for beer right now. Something. Ale. Can I watch you drink something? Or eat something? Go on.
He'll have a glass with some sort of ale, and he'll smile at it, and he'll just pour it on the stuff.
he probably does feel that. He's just like, oh yeah. Come on, put it in the mouth. Put it in the mouth. Go on.
Yeah, put it in the mouth.
It's while this is going on, the two figures will begin to approach from the south. One of them Stryker will recognize and will probably make him go, uh-oh. The other one is a small individual of about the same size as Rylos, but with bright pink hair and a very large axe, probably 2 sizes larger than she is strapped to her back. Very muscular. And if that picture is accurate, wearing, like, the skin of a slain animal as clothing.
Yes. She has hottie pants, barbarian hottie pants.
Haughty pants. They give +1 to fortitude, no doubt. And these individuals approach.
I'll let Chantal describe what she does first, and I'll describe Slasher.
She actually doesn't know Nelson's character yet, so that's not going to be one that she'd recognize. She had met both of the orcs before, but I think you're in a pile of ash at this point, yeah?
Oh, yes. Oh, okay, well, I'll describe that Slasher will... I'm not sure she doesn't know who he is. I'll say she hears the voice and sees this figure pouring beer into a skull staff thing. But she recognises the voice. She's heard that voice before. She knows that voice. And she'll sort of slowly sneak through the crowd and go towards Rockshaw and look to him. And again, she's dressed in this sort of studded leather armour. You see she has this big sort of long spear on her back and a kind of long musket that's sort of on a leather brace that's just around her waist, hanging there. And she approaches you. And she just goes, hello. Sorry, did you know the bereaved?
He says,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
he was.
We had plenty of good times. Got dropped in the ocean.
She probably says that loud for people. Sorry, carry on.
Raksha will say Stryker was a... And he'll think and goes, to think of it, And he'll smile to himself and goes, I guess I would have considered him a friend by the end of our relationship. He was a companion.
Stryker was many things. He wasn't a friend. Not to many, anyway.
A friend.
Well, you don't give that seem to be his type. He tends to go for the more, brutish-like type.
Yeah, like me. We're plenty brutish. And Don't worry about her. It's at that pointy ears just trying to be nice. You know how funerals are. People always try to be nice and say nice things because, you know, people are dead and they're listening.
Raksha will say, really? Striker to be the one who liked the little ones. He always enjoyed protecting the little ones, didn't you, Striker? And he'll look at the stuff.
Striker is going to be quiet because he knows this other individual and he feels like he's a naughty child. He's done something bad, so he's going to keep himself quiet.
Hey, wait a minute. And she'll look over at the stick, and then Slasher's there too. Yeah.
Mm.
I know you both.
Slasher's going to have a bit of a confused look and going, I haven't shot you before, have I?
Either that or you all look the same. But I'm not just saying that orcs look the same. I mean, you really look the same.
Oh, yeah, actually, to describe it, Slasher is the equivalent of Striker if he was a woman. It's the idea, even the face is exactly the same, it's just the build is slightly
But
different.
not the barbarian, not the bard one.
Yeah, just imagine a more thinner and effeminate looking Striker, and that's it. That's who Slasher looks like. So she'll look at you and go, yeah, you might have recognised me. I'm Striker's sister.
You're not the singy one with the big boobs. I mean, your boobs are fantastic, but...
No, we don't talk about that one. She had a bad experience with a wizard once and never quite recovered.
Okay.
Well, look, I've turned up to this crappy little village because I heard my brother's dead. Got himself killed in bloody crypt of all places.
Yeah. Well, he did have a big fall before he went... Spoop.
Raksha will say his body has died. His spirit is still with us, and he'll look at the stuff and goes, Striker, if you speak, I'll get you another glass.
Striker will be silent for a while, but then suddenly you'll see the gem or the crystal glow in the skull staff, the headpiece, and you'll just hear a voice going, hello, sister. And the sister, she's just going to be looking and rubbing her head in this sort of, oh, Striker, what have you done this time? It's not that bad. I can fix it. I'm still here. In one form, I guess.
How'd you get out of the big blue wet thing?
Oh, that's a tale for another day. But I'm in this bloody
I
stuff.
just spent the last couple months with my ass stuck in a picture. I'm sure we got plenty of time for tales.
Let's just say all I remember is it in a big blue wall-like substance. And I emerged on the other side with a massive hangover in a tavern. Not entirely sure of the in-between bit. But that's all I can remember. I was naked. That's a certainty. Just like the way I died this time, funny enough. Naked. Hopefully I can get my body back. It was a nice body. I enjoyed that body. Now pour the ale down my gob, please.
Yeah. Raksha will get another glass and will pour it down the skull's mouth.
I'd say, would the skull mouth actually try to move as if it's drinking, but all this liquid is just pouring
Well,
down
due
it?
to the mystical nature of the staff and the sort of trap that was put upon it by the necromancer, it actually does sort of have an animated quality to it. So it does look like it's trying to smack its lips when you pour ale down its gob. Even some of the characteristics of the skull have become just a tiny bit orc-like, as though it's slowly morphing to fit the creature that's housed within.
Oh god! All right, I'm sure we can find some priest or something to bring him back. But I think you should stay in that skull, Striker. Learn a lesson. Stop charging into stupid situations and getting yourself killed. Striker's just going to remain quiet, as if he's being told off.
And so with that, the funeral is ended. As per the tradition of the Stryker family, the ashes are given to the sister along with a rack of lamb, a large thing of ale, and a freshly baked loaf of bread.
Yeah, Slasher will gobble that down. And again, she's quite a slender looking individual, quite lanky, but the amount of food she eats is ridiculous in comparison to her size. And she's not polite. There's no etiquette to this. She's just literally jamming it all down and gobbling it up and sprinkling some of the ashes on a bit of a lamb, like pepper or salt, every now and then, just topping it up and then eating and a bit more and then eating some more. And she'll kind of raise a mug or glass to the skull, to the staff, as a gesture to Striker, like, yeah, you do taste quite nice.
It does seem a bit strange to the rest of the party, but given the fact that the party consists of a dark elf, a disembodied orc, a full-bodied orc, a human alchemist, a halfling bard, and a kobold rogue, and a Aasimar war priest, it's not the strangest thing that this motley crew has experienced. There is much talk amongst the party at the inn, but as per the Enchantress's warning, they need to leave town before the sun rises, and as people are getting their stuff, Rylos gets Mr. Pony all saddled with the group's belongings. Everyone else who has spent gold on a mount does the same, but as the sun is just barely crawling towards the horizon, the sky is just ever so slightly starting to brighten. Oh, what was that?
Actually, just before, as everyone leaves, Raksha will remain behind, and he'll put the stuff on the ground. He'll put it in a way so that it stands on the ground. Probably make a little hole and put it back so it stands on the ground, up. And he'll look back at the staff and goes, "This is a new trick I have learnt, and I will show it to you as a token of our friendship." And he'll turn into a wolf, fully into a wolf.
Oh wow, okay.
And he'll go and
before you do that, Striker will just speak out the skull, going, "You're not going to pull your trousers down, are you?"
He'll just bow, and yeah, he'll do. So he'll proceed to turning into a wolf, and
Oh wow, okay.
What it does?
Striker would probably comment, going, "Oh, it's a nice trick, but how are you going to bash things when you're that small? You should be something bigger."
Just what I think you get. Well,
can you actually do that? You can turn into a wolf.
Now I can. Now that I'm level 4, I can turn into an animal. I can.
Yes,
wow.
Dude with archetype.
Well, fair enough.
Anywho.
Just how exactly it works.
Okay, I mean, while you're looking up, I'm just going to describe that Slasher is just going to get sloshed and totally drunk. And as per tradition in the Striker Slasher Smasher family is at any funeral, because a few of them have probably died before and then come back at one point or another. And she'll probably show off some of her tricks of shooting, people throw up an ale cup or coins up in the air and she'll shoot them out of the air, and probably accidentally shoot someone in the leg because she has drunk quite a bit and her gun will go off accidentally. And she's going to get really drunk and probably talk more to the gnome or to the barbarian in the skimpy outfit, and socialise basically for the night. But I imagine a lot of it she can't remember or recall what happened in the morning.
She'll have a cider or something bottle that's almost as big as her head because it's probably human size. Just trying to keep up with the orc.
Nice.
Sorry, yes, okay.
Oh yes, as the night wears on and the sun begins to slowly crawl towards the horizon, with Slasher and Nindipi now sloshed off of their heads, probably singing a jaunty tune along with the guy who got his leg shot, but you know it's not really a party if you don't end up with some sort of wound, and Stryker showing off his new mystical talents to the striker at the staff. A rider rides into town very hurriedly. He just keeps on shouting to the party, "Ready yourselves! Ready yourselves! New Merdanea has been attacked! All ready yourselves! I must alert the Enchantress!" Then he rides off towards the tower.
I'm imagining Slash has probably just woke up from a massive hangover and is currently outside the tavern, laying in some muck or mud. And as this rider comes in shouting this, and she's just sort of going, "What? Attack? Who?" As she tries to reach for a gun, and then the rider kind of goes off.
Yep. This sort of rouses all of the party, if they were not already getting ready to head
What's
out.
going on? Rubs your eyes.
Something about being under attack. I don't know. I can't think. My head hurts. Did I shoot someone? I always end
No,
up shooting someone.
you shot yourself, but it was full of booze.
Oh, that's not too bad. I keep getting people moaning at me for shooting them.
Once per day, okay.
What's going? She'll probably ask someone like, "Well, who, where, what place?" Whoever's an old lady that's walking by, I don't know.
And she'll just sort of raise her cane and go, "I don't know, Sonny, but he's out of luck if he's looking for the Enchantress for aid. The Enchantress only looks after this town, and she does not like being woken up early in the morning."
Well, maybe she shouldn't have taken on the job of the Enchantress then. People can't be picky.
Perhaps you are right, but no one has the power to match her. And she has been the Enchantress for so long. When I was a little girl, she was the one looking after this town, and then she'll just sort of hobble off.
Oh, okay, so the Enchantress runs the show. It's interesting. As she kind of vomits a little bit into the sort of alleyway.
Raksha
Obviously
still
eating too much.
of the wolf, or try to smell out the intruders.
Funnily enough, you won't smell, well, the first thing you'll get is a big whiff of whatever Slasher vomited up, but you won't detect anything out of ordinary. Like, of course, you'll smell probably some beasts off in the distance, but no intruders, no smells of any monstrous creatures. Although the dark night, as the sun again is still trying to break to dawn, will be illuminated just ever so slightly from the tower of the Enchantress with a loud
Still in the shape of a wolf. He has a few hours of that, or until he changes. So it's once per day. It's an hour per level. But he'll take the stuff in his mouth and in his drawers, and look at the stuff, the rest of the body, and he'll speed off to where the noise came from, in the shape of a wolf. So he'll be quite quick. Quicker than a human.
Leaving behind Slasher and Mindipi and the rest of the party, Rakshan as wolf form speds towards the tower, but as he approaches, you'll see that individual's horse sort of riding back with a very strange look in its eyes and what appears to be a note sort of tucked into its reins as it sort of hurries off. But as you approach the tower more, you'll see a frog hurriedly hopping along the road, which will then look at the wolf with the staff in its hands, and its eyes will go very large, and it will just hold very still.
At this point, Raksha will look at the he'll turn back into into his normal self and look at because he can't speak otherwise, and he'll look at the frog and pick it up and look and guess, can you turn human?
As then the frog, in a very human voice, will just sort of say, "Oh, forgive me. I am not used to this form that I now find myself in. Oh, this is a disaster. I should have listened
are
to
you?
them before seeking out help from the enchantress. She is quite mercurial indeed."
And he'll say, who are you?
My name is Francis, and I am a guard from New Merdanea. I was the rider who came into town seeking aid, and the enchantress was not too pleased to be disturbed at this early hour, and so, as a lesson for my rudeness, I was given this new form.
And he'll say, and who was that? And he'll point at the rider who left.
There was no rider. The horse was just sort of going on its own with this very weird look in its eye.
Okay. And he'll say, what were you coming to say?
As he just sort of froggy exhales and says, and again, this is all very strange because this is a frog, but he speaks like a human. He
Ribbit.
I can seek help. Several of our farm steeds in New Merdanea have been razed to the ground, and all of the people have vanished. We detected hoof prints leading off towards the mountain pass of Sheol. We do not know what to do. Our guards have been diminished since several of them have been sent to fight off the orcs that have been massing near the Red Forest of Dinar.
Orcs. And she'll look over at Slasher. Do we have a family get together?
Oh,
Is that what we're talking about?
I'd imagine maybe, yeah, we both kind of catch
it's
up
about
to
that point
to-
you guys catch up to
yeah,
Raksha.
catch up, and
Yeah.
we see this
Talking to
Russia
frog.
talking to a
Frog.
frog while Striker's in the staff below, probably observing, and Slasher's just rubbing her head again. She's got a hell of a headache, and just looking at this individual talking to a frog while her dead brother's soul is entombed in the staff, and just thinking, I can't deal with this. This is too much. And then looks to the gnome, and it just goes off and sits by the corner and just closes her eyes, as if just to leave it to the gnome and leave it to the drow to deal with.
She'll look over and go, so it works, you said. A little more information than that.
Well, it is not orcs, we believe, for orcs are not known for domesticating animals besides the vicious wargs, and even then, it was clearly hoof prints that were seen. It might be bandits from one of the neighboring kingdoms, or baronies even. Oh, I do not know, and we are running out of time. The guard is a mere fraction of what it was before. If there is some sort of army on the march that we have no knowledge of, then New Merdanea is in trouble. Oh, those poor farmers. They were some of our greatest grain producers, too.
Raksha will say, well, something else that will get me late, but never mind. We will help you.
It's like, you will? Oh, gods be praised.
Whoa, what's this? What's this we? And she'll look up and go, and she'll pat the bum side of her little furry pants where there's a little bit of a pocket and pull out like one coin, look at it sadly, and then tuck it back into the little butt pocket.
The frog, seeing this, will go, but I'm sure that there will be a reward. Our village, our town is very wealthy from trade. That is why we are in fear that it might be some sort of army. More so ever before, New Merdanea is in danger of being attacked and its wealth plundered, just like those poor farms.
Say,
Sorry, Karen.
I was to say, I hope so, because otherwise I might get a little bit angry. And you don't want to see me when I'm angry.
The frog guard will just sort of look at you, and then its froggy eyes will sort of go to the axe. Is just barely now the light of dawn is beginning to peek over the horizon, and there's a little glint along the edge. And the frog will do sort of a froggy gulp, gulp, and then go, I am sure of it.
No, I think Slash is observing all of this with her eyes slightly closed and then slightly open, and she hears the term orc. Oh, it's not orcs. And she goes, look, I don't care. I'm not in. And then she kind of feels around because she sees you with the coin, and she goes, I'm well provided, and probably notices that all of her money's gone because she's probably spent it or given most of it away, and goes, okay, if there is reward in this, I could help. I could put my rifle to the work, and I've never seen a gnome get angry. That'd be quite funny to see.
Yeah, most people who do don't live to tell the tale. And she'll pat the axe.
I'm sure you'll rise to the occasion.
She'll like ignoring the pun.
The Slasher says this while like laid in a puddle of mud, like on the side of the road. He goes, look, I think we should follow the frog's plan. It's a good plan, and I've never followed a frog's plan before.
Actually, my name is Francis, and I am a guard from New Merdanea, says the frog.
Oh, your name's Ribbit from now on.
What? Well, I never. Then again, we'll just sort of look.
Sir Ribbiton the Third.
And then the frog will do a froggy sigh, and then just say, "Just please, right? Well, not with me, but perhaps with me in one of your pockets to New Merdanea. I must tell the elders and the high priest of the Temple of Merdan."
Raksha will goes, consider yourself lucky. In this stuff you see here, there's a suicidal goblin we call Crispy.
Oh, I don't know Crispy.
Crispy has been removed from the staff along with the necromancer.
Oh, cool!
He's
Yay!
in the
No, it's just Striker.
In the Enchanter's Tower.
So it's just Striker now. Cool.
Yep, just Striker. Who's remaining quiet. He's had a long day. He's sleeping. You actually probably hear him snore every now and then. Frogs.
So yeah, Raksha will put him in his hood. So in the little hole there is in the hood.
Alright, and with that, after these three return and alert the party of the plan, there is probably not much talk regarding whether or not this is the right plan of action once the prospect of money and a Temple of Merdan comes into the forefront, since several members are both either religious or very monetary focused. And with that, the party rides out from the city, the little village of Coldstream, and begins heading into the main road towards New Merdanea. And it is on the road, as the sun is now beginning to rise, as Serponia and the other contingent of mounts are continuing on their way with several of the party members walking, because while you guys did get quite a bit of gold from the Silverlight Grotto, you didn't really get that much from the Crypt of the Necromancer after it collapsed in on everyone. But almost... Oh, what was that?
With Striker's belongings, would they have been given to Slasher, or would they have been...
the ones that survived, they would have been given to Slasher, and that would be, like, what's left of his magical vestment, which would be, like, about the size of a handkerchief, except very knotted, and you don't know which part of the robes it belongs to. And strangely enough, a medallion survived almost completely unharmed.
Medallion? Okay.
I believe it was a medallion, or was it a ring? I think
I think it's an amulet. It was an amulet that he wore around his wrist. And funny enough, she'll probably, because she has got this smell ability, she'll smell the amulet and just go, "Yeah, that definitely smells of Striker." Because the way Striker hid it. And the handkerchief, she'll be like looking at that, and it's probably burnt around the edges.
Where did he get that?
It's sort of fried, and she'll keep that as a kind of a lucky token, I guess. And just she'll place it, tuck it in a bra, or tuck it in a vest top.
Nice. All right, and so it took a full day's ride, says Croaky, apparently.
It's Ribbit,
Ribbit, that's what it was. Says Ribbit.
Sir Ribbiton.
Sir Ribbiton of the
But
Third
that was
Order.
his mount, and unless the party wanted to ride ahead, it would probably take a little bit longer than that. And it is during this travel that something might happen. Will one of you please roll me a d6?
I'll do it.
Cool.
1. I
Oh,
seem
really?
I seem to roll a lot of ones. This is not good.
Let's hope that it's just getting that out of the way right now. So, about actually not even midday, so you guys have been walking for a while. You decide to take a break along the road and get supper cooking. Cooking pots are brought out, a fire is started, and a lot of the supplies are sort of taken off of Sir Pony's satchel, and dinner is beginning to cook. While that's going on, Raksha, Mindipi, and Slasher will hear rumbling in the distance.
Raksha will get his crossbow out and look for where the thing is coming from.
I think Slasher would be like caught out mid sentence, and she'll be talking to Gnome saying, "Oh, does the lack of clothes help your age, or is it just what's that?" And then here's something, and then points the gun.
She's like, I told her they got stuck in the picture.
But yeah, we'll be looking, I guess, at where the noise is coming from.
Give me a perception check.
Oh,
Not a hard one.
I do
So
plus-
Raksha will turn into a...
Oh, please let it be a bunny.
Yeah.
Which one?
A fearsome
one?
bunny.
Falcon.
So 1d20
Falcon
plus 6.
eye.
Rubbish. 10 for me.
Oh wait.
Alright, so what was that again?
I got 10 for perception.
Alright, that's good. Raksha, what did you get?
I'm calculating 10. So 6 plus 4 plus.
Come on, Gnome Barbarian has to have loads of perception.
I do. 16.
Oh, what?
Nice. Alright. Can you get higher than that? Can we hear higher than that?
What? 16? Blood jambalaya. Is that all your skill points?
What do I have? 3 ranks,
Yep.
ability mod is 2, and a miscellaneous mod of 3? Is that what Matt? And then there's another 2 there that Matt put in, so I have 2 miscellaneous mods.
I think it's the racial ability
I
of the
beat you.
perception.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah, keen sense is plus 2 perception.
Yep, it's legit.
We have lots of racial shit.
I beat you by 1.
At 17?
So yeah.
That's still not enough.
Yep, 17.
15 is enough for... Striker gets the general idea, but both Mindipi and Raksha off in the distance see a tree fall over. And what they believe they hear are footfalls just...
If a tree falls in the woods and no one hears it, and she'll scratch her head.
Well, I heard something, and I think this is something I should shoot. Yeah, this thing deserves to be shot. So raises a gun and sort of scopes the field.
Alright, you guys have 1 turn to prepare.
Okay.
Okay. Raksha will put his crossbow back and he'll do his awesome stunt. He gets his sword out and he puts his other hand in front of it, and as he goes, the sword passes his hand, it ignites in fire.
Slash is probably like laying on a sitting down anyway, and she'll get a gun out and aim, and she'll kind of slowly, as you see Roksha doing this, like lighting a sword in the campfire in front of them, she'll slowly kind of back away and go try hide behind a tree, just sort of aim the gun, and just thinking, yeah, you go ahead.
She'll make sure that her axe is actually drawn. Kind of go peek around the tree to see what else she can see.
The rest of the party begins to hurriedly, sort of reinforce the perimeter. Rylas makes sure that Mr. Pony is sort of sequestered away. The alchemist gets into a position where he will not be targeted, so healing may be brought out. The war priest says a brief prayer and then readies herself. And then it's about now. Everybody roll initiative, as off in the distance you'll begin to hear voices. Voices.
No.
Does anyone speak giant?
Oh, no, but
Nope.
somebody is good with giants. +4 AC versus giants.
God.
In that case, you're all
She's
here
making it out.
blah, 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 and then another voice that goes blah, 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 blah.
Sorry, could you say that again? I missed it.
Approaching.
So what's initiative? Is
Wait,
that?
hold on a second. I've remembered you have the amulet, so Slasher.
Oh
Slasher,
yes.
here's what's going on: is you just hear, boy, I think coming from this direction. Boy, look, I see a fire over there. It's like, no, your eyes need to be fixed. It's this way. No, your eyes need to be fixed. It's this way.
Slasher hears this, but again, doesn't say anything. She just remains very quiet, sat sort of by this tree, resting her gun on something, and just gets the flint like ready to shoot and aim.
Well, I can do a couple of little parlor tricky spells if I can find where they are in the book. Can I use either dancing lights or ghost sounds or something like that to distract them to look away from us so that we can get a little bit of a jump on them?
That is an excellent idea. Go
Yeah.
for it. You can see that they're about, I'd say, at least 30 or 35 feet away at this point. They're still within the trees, and it almost looks like there's just one of them. You can just see a silhouette right now, just sort of moving. It's a large-sized creature, but it must be like a single file line or something, because both voices seem to be coming in the direction of just the one creature.
Yeah. Hold on, I just found the spells. Just want to make sure I roll the right damn day.
Right?
So is she actually using magic, or?
Yeah.
It's an enormous racial ability. She gets spell-like abilities.
Well, in that case, Slasher may point her gun at her instead. If she does cast something.
Let's see. Be range 100 feet plus, 10 foot first, so 140 feet away I can cast up to there. Yeah.
Also, is this nighttime or daytime?
No, it's about just after midday. It's afternoon right now.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. She's just gonna go ahead and do the that dancing lights, and then the DC is 10 plus spell level. Spell level is I think it's level 0. Okay. And my charisma modifier, which is 1. So DC 11, yeah.
Yep, sounds good. They're going to need to roll and
14.
see if they overcome it. So in that case, David, could you please give me 1d20?
9.
Nope.
Interesting. In the meanwhile, roll your initiative, everyone.
So what's initiative?
What initiative is it? Please?
What's initiative?
Yeah.
It would be your dexterity mod, unless you have a improved initiative. In that case, it's
Yeah.
+4. That's your dex mod plus the roll. But it's just a d20.
Okay, cool.
She's basically going to make it look like, for, torchlight kind of a style things, and they're going to be kind of like marching in a line, like on the opposite side of us, so that they'll hopefully look at it and go, oh no, see, I told you it was over there, and then start walking that direction, and then this sniper can get a nice back shot at him, and we can hopefully get a surprise if he doesn't decide to kill me.
No, unfortunately, Slasher, the family of Slasher Striker and Smasher do not like wizards or magic, and as soon as you do cast this
I don't know if I
ability,
actually have to do any evocation for it because it's a racial ability.
Yeah, you don't even have to do any evocation.
so does Slasher realise she's doing magic?
Actually, no, you don't. Since
Oh,
it's
then
a
that's
ranged
fine.
ability, all she has to do is maybe just hold her nose and then go woo, and then just.
She's just gotta look in that general direction and pull a bewitched, like the nose wiggles,
Oh, that's fine. No, if she's doing serious wizardry stuff, then
There's
Slasher.
no incantations necessary. She
Yeah,
could
that's
probably
fine.
just snap her fingers and have it happen.
No, cool. So Slasher will keep on target.
Yeah, it's the same for Rakshas, drow races.
Initiative. I
You got
have
2, David?
I got 6. I rolled a
18,
2
19,
plus 4.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Wow.
Improved initiative.
Improved initiative is awesome. As for Raksha,
You need to
15,
thank Matt for making
and
that
my
shit.
dexterity mod is 4. So it's 9. So it's 19.
I'm driving home. I'm like, baby, make me a shit.
Bam! You have it, madame.
He's like, you want to be drunken like barbarian? And I was like, make it something easy that I don't have to think about.
in that case, let's give me a d20, somebody, or evil.
Sorry, D20.
Yep.
10.
Interesting. So we have our turn order. It's going to be Nindipi, Raksha, Evil, and then Slasher.
Yay!
Alright, so the first thing that happens is these guys succeeded because they got 14, which means it's their favor. So one of the heads, both Mindipi and Raksha won't know what's going on, but Striker will, and he'll just hear, "Boy, see, I told you," and the other one's gonna be like, "You dummy," and then there's a bonk, and then ow! It's like, that's some sort of magics. They know we're coming. I told you should have been quiet. Don't yell at me. And then another bonk, and then ow!
That's just really laughing. And when the fond memories of Striker come to similar arguments that they've had.
Meanwhile, we just hear rockin' with a frackin' shot.
Oh, but she doesn't tell anyone that she understands
Yeah.
or hears anything. She just lets you go at it.
Alright, so, Mindipi, you're up.
Yeah, I guess I am. How many of them are there?
Do a Striker
Another
charge.
perception check now that you're sort of in position.
Yeah.
Charge. Throw dragon statues at them.
That's gonna be 21.
Oh, that's perfect. From the trees, you will see this creature that I am posting into the tavern chat.
Ooh.
This large humanoid creature, the size of at least a horse, but he's big and bloated with sort of tightly stretched gray skin over his flesh, and he has 2 heads that are just sort of arguing with one another, and both hands are holding these very sinister looking actually flails by the looks of them. No, I think it might be morning stars. The name's about important. It's basically this giant creature with 2 heads that seems to be just arguing with each other.
Doesn't happen to be Gablinoid, does it?
That is an excellent question. You do still have another sort of action at this point. You can roll a knowledge nature, if you like, or knowledge history.
Let me get a die first. It's probably not going to know either way. 8 for knowledge nature.
Unfortunately,
sure.
no. It does sort of have, like, weird pointed ears, but it also has tusks, and goblins aren't known for their, like, mouth features, except for bugbears, so maybe not. Maybe your training will come in handy. It could go either way, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just I have a +1 bonus to attack goblinoid subtype, so. If he's just giant, then it's just something different with +4 AC. So. I also have +4 to stealth, so I should probably kind of try to sneak over a little bit closer, so that I could get in range to be able to give it a whack here. I don't know exactly how far away we are, if that takes just the move action or...
Your speed is it 20 or 30?
Touch 30.
In that case, yeah, you can reach him if you want. Since you guys had to sort of, like, get into position. It's about, like, 30 feet away.
Yeah, I probably can't go all rage on it this turn either because I've already done a lot of brain thinking, so I can probably just give it a whack and then go ragey next go.
Curse you, brain. You good for nothing.
You did no good. Feed your hatred.
Unleash the striker in you.
Yeah, so I guess I should go over there and go ahead and sneak up on it, hopefully, and then give it a big whack.
Alright, sweet. In that case, what's your dex or your stealth roll?
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Very nice. In that case, David, give me a d20. Let's see if this big oaf is able to perceive.
A 9.
It got 21. Apparently its 2 ears and 4 eyes are good for something. And 2 noses. What was your roll?
She's been wearing these underwear for quite some time, so.
So, it's 21 versus...
21.
Oh, snap. In that case, it's a draw. Let's go with... No, I think it's attacker favor in this case, so you're stealth from them as they're both like, oh, smell that? Yes, smells like orc. No, dummy, it smells like little thing. No, I smell orc. I smell little thing.
It's
then
a
they
little.
start arguing again.
So she'll probably go ahead and give it a whack with the regular with her great axe, which is probably not that great, but for her.
You did 3 skill rolls and a move. I think that's going to be your turn for now.
Okay, that's fine. She'll wait and start seething that they're calling her little people, penting up her anger.
Nice. Next is Raksha.
So Raksha, we're not in reach to them?
You need to move your full movement in order to get up to them.
Okay. Yeah, Raksha will do that stealthily. He'll turn his legs into owl feet, and so he has +11 normal for so that's 50 plus 15 in total to his roll.
All right, nice. In that case, what's your roll?
15. So that's 29.
29. Please give me another d20 roll. Looks like David's AFK, so Chantel.
Nine.
That's going to be 21, so Raksha wins. And these
By a
guys do
long
amazing perception. Alright, so you are able to stealth up there. Again, you just hear it's like, now I smell dogs. Like, your nose broken, dummy. Like, no, your mouth broken, dummy. Or at least Slasher will hear. To the others, it's like, nib nab nab drop grog 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 grog.
I think, yeah, Slasher's quite confused because she seems to be able to hear this and the others seem to ignore it. And she hears the words dog. They found us, they're using magic, something, 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 something. And she still sat kind of far off from the campfire, sort of leaning against a tree with the gun in line of sight. And she won't shoot unless she gets a clear shot. I don't know whether she can just sit there and aim.
Yeah, you can. This would be a holding your action. It will give you a, I'd say in this case, it'll give you a bonus to your attack roll once it engages with something, so that way you'll be able to get the clear shot you need.
So, I mean, what does she see at the moment? So she sees someone just turn into a dog.
Sort of coming, it hasn't came into view yet, but it looks like there's either like two creatures that are standing like really close to each other, or it's just like one creature that has like two heads, or like...
Oh, but yeah, okay. But what's the party doing at the moment? So Rockshaw's just gone off as a dog.
Yeah, Raksha
the barbarian panty gnome is.
No, Raksha is in his dark elf shape.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And what's panty gnome doing? Just sort of...
she's a stealth.
Oh, she's stealthed as well. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, the furry hot pants help blend in with the surroundings.
Okay, yeah. So Slash is going to wait until something happens and then take her shot.
Alright, in that case, it is now Evil's turn, and because it has not detected both Mendipi or Raksha, it continues towards the smell that it smells, and it rocks right past Mendipi and Raksha until it comes like right before the clearing where the camp is and where everyone else is sort of hiding and trying to like get the horses ready in case they need a bolt in. Slasher will hear the following, but everybody else will still just hear the gobbledygook as before, as you hear them go, "Oh, I told you there was food here. Look at that. There's soup, and horses, and a pony. And I think I smell humans, too. Oh, yes, we will eat for months. Oh, let's get the stuff."
No.
Time to attack.
Alright, fortunately it was your turn to get into position, but both of you guys are stealth right now. Fortunately, that's the creature's turn as it just sort of moves and sees that because it doesn't realize that anyone else is there at the moment. But now it is Slasher's turn.
So what she'll see these two creatures come into the clearing. If she gets a clear line of sight, she will use her deadly aim ability and try to aim for one of the giant's heads.
Ooh, nice.
Let off a shot. What that means rule-wise, it's -2 to hit by +4 to the damage.
Alright, sounds good. In that case, because you spent time aiming, I'm not going to make you have the -2.
So I didn't get that.
Since that's what you spent your surprise round doing.
Oh, okay. So if it's a standard range thing, it's D20 plus 8, which is her attack modifier. So usually if she hits. This would be, is it within 30, 40 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, super within 30 or 40 feet.
Then this would hit them with their touch defense. They don't have AC because it's a bullet. It goes through any armor.
Super, super good for this creature.
Okay. So 1d20. Oh, 17 plus 8. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a super hit. Roll damage.
Damage is D12 by +4. So we'll see what happens. So 8 plus 4, 12 damage.
Nice.
So
just shoot it, and it hits the left head, and you can see the creature. It's the one that's in the chat. and you just aim and you hit it right in the back of the head, and as the bullet hits, it burrows into the head, but it doesn't actually go all the way through, but you can see blood pooling up, and the creature just actually drops the weapon that's closer to that head and just reaches his hand back up and just goes, "Ow! What that?" And then they just immediately turn around and see you. It's like, "Oh, we turned you into paste!" And now it is Mindippy's turn.
Yay! Okay. So, at the sense of them turning them into paste, she's starting to get more angry. She's been tapping her toes, scratching the side butt in these hottie pants, angry that they said she smelled even though she knows that her panties have not been washed in God knows how long since her butt's been stuck in that picture for the last month. And she's going to rage, this tiny little ball of rage at this giant two-headed monster. And she's not going to say anything yet. She's just a seething ball of rage. I can go ahead and kick that off. I think it's good for 8 rounds, yeah? Level 4 times 2. Cool. Okay. And she's going to go in and swing for its kneecaps.
Sweet. Go for it.
And probably, yeah, swinging with a 3. So that would be attack bonus is gonna totally not hit with a 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, that's not gonna hit.
Well, it's just the startup to rage. You get angry.
She's warming up her rage. This one was really just the I'm gonna slash at your knee and let you know I'm here. And she'll just kind of look at the swing and miss, then kind of claw at it with her other hand. Oh, you God, Stinky! Oh wait, she doesn't know.
Oh yeah, so
It
sounds like it's making fun of you. It definitely sounds like it's making fun of you.
Yeah.
You know, like when somebody speaks a foreign language and you think.
Oh yes, I do. I live in Canterbury.
Yeah.
So it's like just be like, yeah.
Yep, we're classy here at the Dungeon Challenge League.
Yeah. You smell pretty bad too. And then just start foaming at the mouth. This little frothy pigtailed gnome.
So at that, Slasher will hear one of the Etten heads, the one that did get shot, perk up its ears and quickly move its leg out of the way of Mindippy's ass and go, "Oi, what's that now?" It's like
it almost seems like a rabid hamster.
Oi, badger.
It's a rabbit. Oh god, rabbit badger.
Can't eat that. No. Poison the stew. Just smash it. Yeah, smash it good. But again, just So after that, it is now Roksha's turn. Also, just to be noted, you technically attacked as flat-footed defense, but it still it wouldn't have been enough to get its AC. It's got
it was a bad
high,
roll.
Regular AC,
So yeah, Raksha will attack with his short rapier. I'm not really sure which one is better. 1d4 damage, 1d6.
Well, do you have weapon finesse?
No, I have two weapon fighting, but.
Oh well, you're close enough to it that you can actually just make a full round of attack to get 2 weapon attacks on it.
So
as
what's
long as you have, -2 penalties to each attack roll?
Yeah. So how does that work again?
Basically, your first attack is your normal AC, and then your second attack, I think, is -4. It would be on the thing. Let's check that real fast.
Two weapon fighting. Oh, there we go. -4 on both, I think. Oh wait. Oh
yes,
wait.
-4.
Maybe. On both. Okay. So yeah. So what do I roll again?
It's your basic attack bonus plus your strength modifier, and then minus whatever stuff for the advanced 2-weapon fighting. Or 2-weapon fighting.
So my attack, I don't have a strength bonus, but my attack is. I'm not sure actually. I haven't played in ages. What is it called? You said?
It's what?
To know what I what I add to my roll.
Your basic attack bonus. It should be dictated by what level your hunter is.
Okay.
Hold on. 4th level hunter is attack bonus is +3.
And so it's 3 plus your strength modifier, then -4 for 2-weapon fighting.
So it would be -1 because I don't have a strength modifier. Oh yes, I do. If I actually yeah, because I have +2 strength, so I have modifier +1.
You have +2 strength. Your strength is
So it's a
12.
standard roll,
Yeah.
I think.
I because of my how I turn into half an animal as a free move.
That's your free
So
action?
I
Okay, I can understand that. So yeah. So that would give
add a free
you
action.
strength
+2.
14.
I have strength 11, so strength 13.
In that case, it'll be a +1 bonus, so it'll be +4, -4, so like 0. It's
Standard,
just flat
yeah.
roll.
I went cross-eyed for a second there. Okay.
And it's a d20 +4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait. Just a d20 then.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just
just 20.
Okay.
D20, man.
Ooh. Yes. First one strikes, I guess.
What was it?
18.
18. All right, second roll.
And second roll is 10.
Alright, funnily enough, the first one is on. You hit the thing. As you bring your rapier and slash it into the thing, you stab it into the creature's surprisingly thick skin. Like, even more so than anything, like, you notice that this thing might not be the best, like, maneuverable-wise, but it's got tough hide. So your rapier is able to dig in, and you'll hear the creature go, "Rah!" But you strike, or slasher will hear him go, "Ow!"
So
And
more
the other
damage.
sword just cuts, but just barely doesn't even nick it. Like, there's not even blood drawn.
So, and rapier and short sword do the same damage, don't they?
I do not know. Let me check real fast.
Because I would have used my strongest one for the first roll.
First of all, you need to have your short sword be in your offhand, so your first attack would be the rapier.
Okay.
Because it's a finesse weapon. Go to equipment. There we are. A rapier does 1d6 damage. Not only that, because you rolled an 18, it might even be a critical hit. Roll again.
Another d20. Another d20.
Yep.
Come on. 17.
Fortunately, it's not a critical, just a
Yeah.
regular hit. So 1d6 plus your strength bonus, which will be +1 because of your hunter's wild abilities.
And +4, plus another additional d4 because it's on fire.
You spent your last turn hiding. I thought your fire ability only lasted for 1 turn.
No, that's because I was level 1. Now it lasts for my level.
All right, fair enough. So in that case, it's going to be what and what? +1?
Let's see. 6 plus 1, 7, and 1 plus 1, 3.
So 7.
8, 9.
No. So the first one is 7 plus. Hold on, that doesn't make any sense.
6
What was the
plus
first
1
roll for the rapier? The 1d6.
is 6.
Alright, so that's 7 damage there. And then for the fire damage, it's just the fire damage.
It's 1 plus 1 is 2.
Alright, so nope, just 1 for fire damage. It doesn't
Oh,
get
okay.
any bonuses.
So that's 8 damage.
There we go. Alright, so again, you'll just hear, oh, hot, smash. Or at least Striker will hear that. But basically, that's what it translates to through the gruntings and angry glares at both Raksha and Mindipi.
Yeah.
And now it is the bad guy's turn.
Yeah.
The creature is going to spend its movement to pick up the flail that it dropped, and then it is just going to... Let's see, who hurt it more? Like,
Not me.
it actually is going to... Oh no, it's not close enough to actually freaking hit Striker, so it's going to...
It can hit me, though.
Stupid entirely. It's going to try and make a slash at Raksha, or smash at Raksha, as it just goes. And then, please somebody give me 1d20.
Actually, before we do that, I forgot to roll my dice for how much I have HP.
Oh, okay. I thought we
Sorry
were
about
supposed
that.
to do that before the thing.
I didn't have time.
Alright,
So,
just roll one.
2, well, 2 because I don't know why, but my sheet, the sheet I had was at level 2.
I'll just roll 2d,
8.
whatever. 2d8, just roll that, and then...
Plus 10 in total, so I have 20. Okay.
Okay, cool.
6 and 4 plus 10.
I'll roll 1d20 for the evil. 19.
Oh.
Sorry,
Good job, Evil.
Nelson. Sorry, Nelson.
Luckily, it's not a critical, though. The flail only crits on a 20. So what did you get, Nelson?
I 6 and a 4, so plus 10 to my HP. So which makes
Alright,
it now 28.
Since you went from 2 to 4, do you want to spend your favored class for level 3 into an extra hit point?
Yeah.
Alright then, so it's 11 total that you gain. Which is good, because it's going to roll damage against you. Could you please give me 2d6, David?
2d6, okay. 4.
Don't bloody roll 2 6s. Oh.
I know.
10 damage to your Raksha as it just goes boom, and then you just get smashed. It's like a cannonball almost. Lays into you. Your armor buckles, like you feel like if bones might be breaking right now, if not already.
Just on the first go.
And that is its turn. Next is Slasher.
I think Slash is going to do a complete dick move as she sees the two have sneaked up behind this creature, and she sees the creatures fighting them. She's going to reload, but she's going to take her time. She's going to really reload very slowly. And not in any rush, not in any hurry, just sort of slowly reload the gun, thinking, yeah, they can handle it. So I'm going to say it's going to take her 2 turns to reload, because she's really taking her time.
Alright then, would you like to roll a sort of, let's see here, I'd say an intimidation check against the creature, just sort of, since it can see right now, it's like, I'm not scared of you, I'm just going to take my sweet time.
Oh no, that's fine. She is trained in that, hold on. She gets a +3.
Does she have any points in it?
She's trained in Intimidate, so
Does
3.
she have at least 1 rank, though?
Yes, she has 1 rank.
Okay, in that case, yeah, she gets the +3 then.
Yeah. So it's not big, it's 10.
10? Alright then. Let's see here. Somebody give me a d20.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Go.
It's got a pretty decent willpower, though, so it would need to roll low to not get above that.
9.
9? Yeah, it doesn't get phased by it. So it just sort of glares at you, but then just focuses on these people, so It doesn't think too highly of you two, so...
So to describe it, Slash is literally, she probably stands up. She's leaning down. She's taking a shot. She sort of gets up slowly. Sees the two characters fighting this massive creature and just goes... Bah. Puts the bullet in. Puts the powder... Oh no, sorry, puts the powder in first, and then puts the bullet in, and then slowly reloads and just sort of... taking her time. She might actually grab a bit of meat from the fire that's cooking and eat a little bit of it while this giant is just swinging and bashing these two other people in the background.
Alright, in that case, it is now Mindippy's turn.
Yay! Okay, after having the first one failed a little bit and in such a fit of rage, she has absolutely no regard for Slasher being a dickhead. And continues to attempt to hack, this time at the other leg. Maybe this one's a little bit less tough.
Alright, you are enraged too.
Ah! That's a little bit better of a roll. Hold on. So, yeah, that's going to be a 20.
That's a hit.
Good. Okay. I need a D10 plus 6.
I think isn't a battle axe D20, D12?
I'm tiny.
Ah, my
Yeah,
bad.
so it's like D10 then?
Yep, D10 plus 6, which includes my strength and my plus 4 damage.
Very nice.
6, so 12 damage.
12 damage, that's going to be... Making nice progress so far, as this time you cut into it, and again, it doesn't dodge this time. You feel how, like, leathery this creature's skin is, but you still just... driven by your rage, you hack, and blood sprays in a crimson arc across your face, and again you just hear the creature go...
She'll growl back at it.
That's essentially...
Not in any language whatsoever.
Right, and next is Raksha.
So am I still in reach, or do I have to go?
You can spend a full action
Do I have to go?
do a full round of attack against the creature again.
Yeah. I'll do that. Run ahead. Yeah.
In that case, roll 2 d20s, one for the rapier and the other one for the short sword.
Wait. Ooh, 17. Ooh, 20 and 17.
So, hold on. Which one was the rapier?
The rapier was the 20.
You said 17 first.
It's because it's the first one that appeared, but 20 is on the left and 17 is on the right on my screen.
The left-hand one should be... That's the first one you'd... Oh, Alright, I'll let you have this one. Roll to crit confirm on the creature, because the 17 is still a miss. It's just not enough strength to overcome the creature's AC.
Oh, wait.
That thick hide.
Yeah, 11, no, it's no more hit.
It's just a normal hit. Please roll damage, plus the fire damage.
3 on both. So 3 plus 1 is 4 and 3.
So that's... So again, 7 damage. Alright, and that's your full turn. So next it is Evil's turn again. The creature, this time with both hands, just both bellow out. Raw! And then they both raise their flails, and one attack goes to Mindippy, and the other one goes to Raksha, and he has no penalty to this double attack. So, David, please give me 2 d20s. The left one is going to be Mindippy, the right one is going to be Raksha.
Okay, 2 dice. 13 and 14.
Alright, so the first one is going to be Mindippy, because she's done the most damage.
Mm-hmm.
29 versus AC.
I think, actually, when you're raging, you -2, I think, to your AC.
Nope, that didn't put that one. I get -2 to your attack.
In that case, it's going to be just 23 versus AC for the first one.
Well, since my normal AC is 19, plus 4 AC to giants, it unfortunately is a 23.
That's attacker favor, but not by much, and that is super impressive.
Because it's plus 4 AC to giants, and I'm in heavy fucking armor.
2d6 plus 6. So the second one, though, is going
Don't
to be
ask me to swim.
21 versus AC to Raksha.
I have 16 AC, so he did touch
Alright,
it.
so roll me 2...
Slasher should be noticing this,
So
like,
46.
mega fucking hit, and then Gnome Hamster just, like, hyperactively, like, bats it off.
That's quite good. So what am I rolling? Sorry,
46. First to Mendipi, second to Raksha.
So 4d6.
Yep.
The first one to the...
No. It's 2d6 per hit, but I'm on both at the same time.
Oh, I see. So the first 2 dice rolls will be towards the gnome barbarian, skimpy outfit barbarian. That is a 4 and a 5.
The fancy dark elf hunter. So that's going
And
to be...
So 2d6 for the fancy.
Mendipi.
Okay, and 2 for the fancy dark elf hunter. And that's a 3 and a 4. I think it's a bit less.
How much did he get on here?
It's 9.
So 13 on Raksha and 15 on Mendipi.
No sweat.
Yep, so again, just blaze into the both of you.
So he did 15 damage?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
To Mendipi. He only did 13 damage to Raksha this turn.
I think with raging as well, Nibidipity, you get... Was it you get plus to your constitution? You get temporary hit points, I can't remember.
Yeah, I have the temporary hit points on here, which is I'm at 72.
Okay, cool.
Ow.
Does this go to Slash's turn? Or was
Yep. As you can see, I'm assuming Raksha is not looking too good, and Mendipi is only looking good because of the pure rage going through her system right now.
Oh, she's still looking good.
Wow, impressive.
Raksha has... Raksha still has 12 health.
Oh, I've got way more than that. Like.
So did you say 72 health points?
Yes.
That's a lot.
Barbarian is D12 per level, so...
Yeah, we still have to roll for that, don't you? Okay.
Yeah, you still have to roll.
Yeah, Matt did. I see his dice over here.
Oh, wow, okay, fair enough. I'm not
Wow, he got like...
Well, I presume he did that because I see the D12 sitting here.
That's a lot. That is a lot for level 4. But that's fine. I'm not going to argue.
I mean, it would be like 4 for like toughness, and then additional 4, which would be 8.
I do have a constitution of 4 as well, so...
Oh, that's fine.
That explains it.
No, Slasher does have, like, constitution. She's got 48 hit points. But that's because she does have constitution 18, so yeah, plus 4. No, anyway, so to go back to Slasher, she is literally...
turn, so you're still doing the thing.
She's still reloading, taking her time, seeing these 2 other individuals hashing it out and seeing the party doing their thing, and loads back up, but she's in no rush. But I'd say next turn she could shoot.
Wow, dick move.
Dick move.
Bitch.
Striker never complained.
Because Striker was an idiot.
Pretty much. Yeah. So that's Slash's turn. She'll be ready next turn, and maybe she gets an aim bonus because she's just relaxed, not caring, taking her time with it.
Yeah, that's acceptable.
Yeah, next turn.
Alright, so it is Mendipi.
Yeah. And she's going to actually use her rage power, which is surprise accuracy. So it basically negates my -2 to attack. So I get pretty much regular attack roll on here. Slash, slash, slash. Oh, doesn't matter. I rolled a 5. Fuck my life. Okay, done.
I just imagine this foaming badger.
It's just so tough. It's just hard to get like through it.
Into the legs.
But again, a valiant effort. And next is Raksha's turn. From Raksha's back, the staff begins to sort of vibrate as Striker is starting to get a little antsy. Striker is getting this sort of instinct, like he can do something, he can fight, he can still smash things.
Oh, right, okay.
Raksha, you sort of feel this like instinct coming from Striker and the staff. You've never actually tried to use the staff before, but something interesting might happen if you give it a go.
Yeah, alright, why not?
In that case, do you have use magic device at all?
No, wait. I have used. Wait. Let's see. I'll make sure.
It's a rare one.
It's a skill. I guess.
It's good.
Use magic device. I don't think so.
Alright, then in that case it'll just be a flat intelligence modifier roll. Let's see if you get lucky.
Wait, let me make sure.
It'd be quite... Yeah, I don't think hunters have that as a skill choice.
Magic device.
It's right at the bottom.
Use magic device. Nope, I unfortunately don't have it.
Alright then, so just give me a flat roll plus intelligence.
Oh. 17, so that's 16, because I have...
16?
Yeah, I still have them.
Oh, not bad. So you just sort of shake the staff around and do you say anything particular to get the staff to work?
Work, god damn it.
Go, Striker, go!
And at that sort of the eyes glow for a minute and the spectral form of Striker just sort of emerges from the staff, holding this phantasmal, like, weapon that he was known to wield in life, and, like, he just charges the creature. Using Striker's stats at the time of his death, make one attack against him.
Oh god, let me think, because he was giant. His size was up.
No, not like giant, like regular normal Striker.
Oh, no, when he died, he was enhanced. He was made bigger and stuff. So.
Yeah, but still, that was the.
All right, normal wise, his strength was 21. It's like +7.
Jesus, so yeah, it'll be like.
And that's at level 2.
1d20 for a great sword.
It was a battle axe he used. He was at level 2. He was +7. I'm assuming a barbarian. Actually, sorry, Chantal, what's your base attack level?
Let me see what I get on here.
It'd be that +5 for Striker.
This one, I feel like it's 5 for some reason, but.
Yeah, no, it's the base attack. That's the barbarian base attack.
Yeah, where the fuck is it, dude? Oh, base attack bonus 4. That's it, 4.
Alright, so 4 + 5, so that's
Jesus,
9.
base attack bonus of 11.
Yeah, so base attack 11. So D20 plus 11.
I rolled that.
8. Oh, I just rolled an 8. Plus 11, 19.
19 still a hit. So the battle axe is
D12.
1d12.
And then do you plus strength to that or anything?
Yeah, it's 1d12 plus 7.
Oh, Christ. Oh, it's a 3, but plus 7 there, 10.
So 10. So again, it's this phantasmal form of Stryker just lays into it, and does he say anything when he does so?
Oh, you just hear this loud echo and scream that goes through the forest of just strike.
Not named Striker for no reason.
And I imagine perhaps even the gnome senses another presence, another barbarian, another creature of rage, another creature of power, a creature of death.
Just look at
Buddy.
with this like foaming mouth of excitement and primordial, almost pleasure and satisfaction in the sense that it's a kindred spirit.
So I imagine Striker does a supernatural hit on a limb or leg or whatever, and as soon as he whacks it, there's a force of impact, and he disappears or dissipates.
Yep. And immediately, Raksha, you feel that from inside the staff, Stryker is exhausted, as though he had just completed a rage and was in that's almost comatose state that he became known for after the Cube or some of the other exploits. And he's basically just out. You figure you probably won't be able to use this ability for a while again. But a nice trick nonetheless.
I'm going to describe that because Slash is going to hear that, and Slash is probably going to get more excited and a bit more intense in the combat as another family member has been involved now. And I think her pace is going to quicken now. Her interest is going to quicken.
All right then. Let's see. At this though, somebody give me a D20 because that might just happen to spook the creature away.
Oh, okay. 3.
Oh, this might actually do it. Oh my god, it does! It didn't get above 10. As all of a sudden you will both just hear this Rah! Well, meanwhile, Slash will just hear, Crikey, what the bloody hell was that? It's a ghost! This place is haunted. I told you we should have just ate that bear. Let's get out of here. And then it'll just, since it's now its turn, it just books it. Full retreat. It just plows into the forest where it came.
As it does that, Slash is going to try and make one last aim as she's fully reloaded with her gun. Here's Striker's turn. She's going to try and aim again at this creature.
Then its turn. Oh, it did move a full 30 feet, so it's still within 30 feet of you. Does that mean you get a touch?
So is it still within 30 feet?
It just moved 30 feet away.
Oh no, then it's probably the range of a musket is 40. That's the first range bracket. So if it's moved 30 feet, this would be a second range bracket, which means that it gets its full AC. But she's still going to do deadly aim.
Right.
Because she's taking her time, rested, blah blah blah. We went -2. But she rolled D20 plus 8 just to see if she can kill this thing off in one hit.
Alright, go for it.
Oh, 19. Damn it.
Oh my god. Yeah. You bastard.
So I'm going to describe that she's just raises, she's fully loaded it, she's just got the gun ready, she rests it on an arm, places the shot, looks at the creature as it's running away back into the forest, and just goes on the trigger.
Alright, roll damage.
So this will be D12, but +4.
Alright.
So for 8.
8, not bad. It's not enough to bring it down, but you sort of blat the other one in the head and just says, "Ow!" Ah! As at that point, the thing is actually so low that it'll just drop both of its large-size flails and then just book it into the tree line. Does Mintippy chase after it?
Yeah, she's still kind of raged and pissed, so it's not dead yet, so the threat is still there.
Right, so you charge?
Yeah, like a hamster that's angry.
Which is a hilarious sight as it is, this two-headed giant thing running into the forest chased by this small-sized gnome.
Yeah, that probably won't hit it, because it's only a 14.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's still a miss. You, like,
But
just-
she's still gonna keep running at it angry, so.
And I think this is where we're going to sort of say the encounter is won, even though Mindipi still charges after the creature until her rage expires.
Somebody probably pulls me off.
Oh yeah.
Or like the voice of Stryker comes.
Do that?
Raksha will grab her as she passes him. Well, grab her by the... Oh, she does. I was gonna say by the clothes, but she'll...
By the pigtail or something.
Yeah, by the big tail.
Giants calling me small. Always trying to pick on people their own size.
Calm down, little one. Calm down. It's gone now.
Who you calling little? And she'll look up and just go, little? Obviously not finding any kind of a witty retort.
Hey, you're a little bit tough. One doesn't stop the other.
And she'll sit down over by, something that we can hopefully make into a bit of a campfire-y bit, because she'll want to sit and rest for a little bit to get some of this health back.
Alright.
You remember what we have to do in this one? We have to take a full rest, yeah?
Oh yeah. Although we did have the house rule that you can take like an hour rest to basically like heal up like half of the damage you took during that fight with like bandages and like medicine rolls.
Slasher does have a lot of medicine stuff, so we can...
Oh, nice. That would be very helpful. So you can heal up half of the damage you took from this encounter alone, which is all of it.
Well, sorry, I was out, so just recap what's just happened. Have they all come back to the camp, or...?
Yes. Raksha managed to grab Mindipi before she sort of beelined into the trees, chasing down the Etten in her rage. Yes, that was an Etten, by the way, for you viewers at home.
Okay, as I describe as the two who are walking back to the camp, or returning, Slasher is going to slowly walk to them, and she'll have her hands behind her head, and she'll have the rifle in between her hands, and sort of very casually walking towards them, just going, "Oh, that was a bit of fun. No, he survived at least. He seemed a bit bashed up though."
Raksha will just smirk at her and say, "Yes, no thanks to you."
Oh, I fired 2 shots. I hit both of them in the head. Not my fault if he went down. You're the ones that went charging after him.
Because yes, we were the ones protecting. We were the ones clearly more. Sorry, what would that? So I was thinking of something. We were the ones more intended on protecting our land.
I'll make sure to sit around next time and wash my clothes or some shit. You can go ahead and do that charging in there, Miss Pretty Pants.
Oh, I was just going to say I was quite impressed by your charging. You remind me of Stryker. He was one to take the hits. He didn't complain as much. And admittedly, I think his pants smell a bit better than yours.
I don't think they fit him. I mean, his ass was tight, but it wasn't this tight. Then she'll, like, wiggle a little bit, like the gnome dance.
They all actually look away and lower a gun in a way of like, just don't...
And she'll kind of, like, smirk to herself with a, ha! At least I won that! Smirk while she's looked away.
But she'll look to the extent of, I don't know what's worse, the two-headed giant or the gnome in the barbarian pants wiggling her ass at me. So she'll turn and go, "Look, come back to camp. I'll fix you up." You're not that bad. Striker's suffered a lot worse.
Not bad at all. And she really doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah, she'll notice that the fact that you've been whacked about twice, like a good few times by a giant, and you seem fine in your scantily dressed outfit.
Because we all know that's how armor works, you know?
No, actually, she's not wearing any armor. I'm assuming she's.
No, it's armor. It's heavy, just, you know.
It's heavy armor.
Heavy in strategic, you know, female armor locations.
Female armor. You should have said
it's
that.
It's female armor.
It's female armor, so it is just the breastplate and the crotch plate. The important places to protect, of course.
Yes, yes, you know, protect from arrows and everything else.
Oh gosh.
Oh God. Oh, didn't know you was running this kind of show, Ben. Right. So.
Thank you very much. I just provided Etten in the hilarious commentary.
Well, Slasher, the female orc, dressed in a very male costume, in a very male outfit, will turn, show off her fantastic arse, and walk towards the camp. And a gesture of "Follow me, I'll fix you up."
Alright, and with that, Raksha and Nindipi return to camp. Striker, please roll me 2 separate heal checks.
She does have a healing kit.
Oh, even better. In that case, no rolls needed. You just heal both of them up half of all of the damage they lost in the fight.
It's only got 10 uses, so I'm going to say it's used 2 of those.
So 9 uses now. Oh no, we'll go 8.
It's 8 uses.
So I thought if we rested for an hour, are we just not going to rest for an hour then?
No, you'll rest for an hour, because that's what you're going to do anyways. And because you took care of the Etten so quickly, like, you didn't even really need to take the pot off of the fire, so actually stew's ready now, too. So the party enjoys a nice, delightful, probably, like, chili of some kind.
No, Slasher cooked this, so it's up to Striker standards.
Oh, okay. So some delicious gruel.
And actually, I'm going to say Slasher still has some of Striker's ashes, and she sprinkles a bit of it into the stew for people to eat.
So apparently nobody's eating the stew and subsides off their own personal rations, which is probably the equivalent of like lambus bread, while Slasher just sort of has the gruel for herself.
Well, it adds flavour. Have you never had orc flavour before? It's quite bitter, but it gives it an edge.
Oh man. Okay, I'm not doing it. See, I'm being PG. I'm not doing it.
So much like several of the other party members who shudder at that little statement, the rest is completed. What was it? Ribbit the Frog just sort of implores everyone that now that that piece has been taken care of, that we'd better hurry on to New Merdanea.
So, just I was calculating. So we healed off half the damage we were taking. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Rounded up or rounded down?
Rounded up, because I'm not a jerk.
Yay!
Thanks to Slasher, by the way.
Yep, thanks to Slasher.
President 2016.
Yeah. Her healing kit comprises of just nothing but old bandages, spit, and bizarre bodily fluids that seem to be that have healing properties.
And Raksha will cast good berries.
Woo! I know that's.
And
God, I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, you don't have to worry about the striker-flavored stew. You guys are able to just subsist off the delicious good berries.
Hey, sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
She'll chop down.
So he has just 2 good berries that go. He'll eat one and he'll go to eat the other one and wait, and he'll say actually has Mindy told them her name?
No, actually, I don't think so.
So it looks like we're going to have a little campfire moment here. Feel free to take it away, gang.
Chester eats one and goes to eat the other one and thinks and goes, hey, little one, what is your name?
she'll like perk up as if she was trying to be half formal, but it really just looks ridiculous on her. And go, Mindy Wiggly Wat Sparkly Jim Bootengore, and kind of do a like a faux like gnomish bow.
And he'll say and goes, Mindy, have that, and he'll throw the other good berry. So it heals 1 HP if she eats it.
Yeah, she'll chomp down on that. It's better, way better than that strikers do.
No, I think as you say that, Slash will be, eating the strikers stew, and looks at you going, sorry, was that your name, or did you just sneeze? I couldn't tell.
And she'll take a nostril and go, and just blow snot at her and say, no, that's mucus, jackass.
Slasher will sort of brush off some of the mucus, a large amount of mucus from the very small individual, and brush it off, and then take a bit of, but she'll grab a bit of a chunk of it and go, and then add it to the stew and start stirring it in. That should add it some flavour.
Raksha will get up and
Now.
his tent and goes, my name is Raksha Nilendale. And with that, he'll just get in his tent and go, well, he'll just, lay down and think for a while before going to sleep.
So, how'd you get mixed up with this motley crew?
He'll just yell out of his tent, long story.
Everybody's got long stories. And she'll just kind of like kick the dirt.
I think Striker's story was a bit short. And she kind of looks at the group to the extent of he was a tough lad, but always went in head first. Didn't surprise me the fact he got his head crushed. But I think it's the way he would have wanted to go.
Will he get crushed too? I saw him get drowned.
Yeah, I'm still confused by that. He's died a few times, but he's always messy on the details. He's not one for the details. So, how do you know him?
And she'll look up and kind of big castle, falling into water, stuck into pictures. Then the she thing, male, came. I don't know. I think it was a she. Came out and sung some stuff. And then I was stuck in a picture. And she'll kick the dirt again.
It's that kind of story that to a normal villager is quite strange and odd, but to adventurers it's like, yeah, that was Tuesday. It's that kind of story. So she'll just sort of nod and go, well, it doesn't surprise me. Striker always ended up with a group that tend to, well, get their head stuck in pictures or paintings. How long was you stuck in that painting?
I don't know. What's today?
I think today is night. I don't know the date.
So get whatever the date is, and she'll just be like, about month and a half. I don't know, it felt like forever in the picture. Things kind of got a little topsy-turvy, upside down. Occasionally that vampire, demon, evil-y stuff from the castle would kind of walk by, and then he'd leave, and then a cow would go by, and got kind of lonely.
Well, I'm sure that vampire, whatever count creature, had a wonderful view of your scantily dressed arse.
Well, it didn't start like that. And she'll wink.
Yeah, Striker was always fond of being naked.
When you get so pissed, it just kind of happens.
Roger smiles at himself and when he hears that in his chat.
Yeah, I think he was only at the age of 18 or 19 he actually decided to wear clothes.
Can't blame him. I mean, you just need enough to cover the important parts and not get hit by arrows.
And I think Slash would be quite depressed because she knows Striker's still with them, but not in physical form. And she'll get that little cloth from her breast or whatever little pouch she has, and it kind of looks at the cloth, examining it over the fire.
It's about at this point that Croaky, the guard from the city of Merdanea, just sort of teary-eyed, sitting on like a log that's nearby that's been set up around the campfire benches, will just sort of go, "Oh, what touching stories and lives you adventurers must lead. Me, being but a town guard, have had nothing extraordinary happen besides being turned into this froggy form."
Ooh. My brother's currently residing in a skeleton staff. You're a frog, at least you've got a body.
Hey,
Yeah.
boring's good though. It's also safer, and then you can find a wife and have 2.5 little sprogs, and you'll be good.
Well, hopefully I will be turned back eventually. I'm not exactly sure how to get better from being turned into a frog. This is
Wait. I always heard that it was good luck to lick the back of a frog.
I have not heard that.
She'll grab the frog.
Wait.
Whoever's holding
The frog was in Rox's clothing, and Rox is in the tent, so is the frog in the tent?
Yeah, we'll say the
Or
tent.
has he gone
Oh yeah.
No, Slash is going to attempt to grab the frog and lick its back.
At that
Please
Rox
roll me a
will
D4 to see what kind of frog the enchantress turned guard into.
Sorry, what a D.
Just a D4.
Before you do that,
Knowledge nature.
Rox will kick the frog out of the tent and close the tent.
Okay.
Okay.
So despite
so
looking at him very rudely, then he just gets scooped up and licked. So let's see what the magic number is going to be.
What dice roll? Sorry.
Just at 1d4 for funsies.
1d4. A 3.
Well, you're feeling something, but it's your tongue sort of getting a little bit numb.
so to describe it, Slash just goes, "Oh, I've always been told it's good luck to lick the back of a frog." Before an adventure, and she's kind of tossing the frog. Does he resist? I imagine maybe he does.
Well, he tries to squirm out, but he's just sort of been at the power of creatures and individuals more powerful than himself for the past day or so. So
I'm going to describe because Slash's mouth is probably quite wide, and her tongue is very wide. Sort of short but wide, and as she smiles, some of her teeth are missing, and then some of them are sharp and pointy. And then she gives off a very wide, long tongue, and she just goes.
you'll sort of hear the guard go.
And what does she feel? What does she say?
Yeah, her tongue goes a little bit numb, but that's pretty much all.
So she'll probably start talking again. But it's not that. And she's lost the ability to speak.
Having some trouble there.
And she kind of throws
Oh, no, please continue.
No, she just throws. She drops the frog. She drops the frog onto the ground.
The frog will just sort of hop over and go, "Listen, though, brave adventurers, we must hurry. I do not know whether New Merdanea still stands. Oh, I am just so worried for my city."
Oh, and she'll like poke at her foot that's still not quite finished healing yet. I guess we can keep going. Not quite up to snuff yet, but, you know, people are dying.
As he will just sort of nod his froggy head and say, "Yes, please, we must go back to the temple of Merdanea. I must report back to the city's elder, Etna
Alright.
Williams."
Again, Slash is going to respond with.
Do you speak Idjit? And she'll look over at the elf.
Oh, I think the elf is inside of the tent at the moment,
Yeah.
being antisocial. But I suppose the frog would just sort of be there and just, well, not really blink because it's a frog, but just sort of shrug its froggy shoulders. Just goes, "Please, I'm sure that Varnus Rosewood will pay you all very handsomely if we're able to find out what happened to his farm. He was out in the country when that happened. And that name, though, will just sort of
Yeah.
perk up Raksha's ears from inside the tent.
Raksha will get out of the tent at that and goes, "What name did you mention?"
And he just goes, "Oh, Varnus Rosewood. He is one of the 3 farmers whose holdings had been decimated. All of its inhabitants, who knows, taken away to who knows what kind of fate.
Say,
Even his
well,
poor daughter."
goes, "What happened to her daughter? To his daughter?"
As he will just sort of shrug his froggy shoulders and go, "I assume the same fate as all of the workers who are on the farm, as well as the maids, the housekeepers, the gardeners."
They all dead then, I guess.
I certainly hope not. And I'm assuming Raksha this entire time, because this is how you've been role-playing him up to this point, is still wearing that very large hood over his face to hide his characteristics, correct? Okay, good.
You might actually. What time of the night is it?
Oh, it's just starting to get to dusk, actually, so...
Oh, great. So we're going to go out to this farm at night. Cool. Nothing good ever
Oh,
happened.
so it's just the beginning of the night.
Yes, just the beginning of the night. Funnily enough, it's
Raksha-
starting to wear off by now, Slasher.
I prefer. Yeah. Yeah, she's literally gonna be feeling her tongue and eating more stew, and I think she's gonna point her gun at the gnome's leg or kneecap as a way of she's just insulted her and feels a bit shitty about that.
She's not even going to bat an eye. She just took on it. Etten.
I think after an awkward, tense moment, Slasher will just walk away and just sort of go, bleh, 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 trying to feel her tongue and pull her tongue out, trying to get momentum, and lean up against a tree, just sort of in that fucking tongue, go, bleh, bleh, trying to pull it out.
And guys, how much further is the other farms?
Oh, it is not the farms that we must go to. We must go to the Temple of Merdan. That is where the elders, the high priest, and those who were not at the farms when the attack happened have gathered and are discussing what is to be done next, if the city still stands at all. It is still several hours' ride away. If we were to hurry, though, we might reach it before the dark hour of the night.
That Raksha was putting, while everyone was talking, was putting his tent away, and he'll put his tent and his bag on his horse, and he will say, "We leave now."
Just look around. Doesn't have a horse. Got a pony or something here?
Well, there is Mr. Pony, but Rylus has been mostly tending to him, and it's been sort of the pack mule for the venture, so it's pretty much not going to be ridden that much besides Rylus.
She'll take Mr. Pony. Needs to have a steed that fits her so she doesn't look ridiculous.
Well, there are a couple of donkeys that have been sort of hired for the journey.
Yeah, we can deal with that.
Slasher will just sort of raise an eyebrow and just sort of where if a striker goes, I follow. As you're still the one with the staff, the skull, possessing striker's soul. So she just gestures with her tongue and goes, "I'll go."
Okay.
Right? So all that's
And
left
then
is
when everyone
waiting
is
for
ready, Raksha will speed off into the night. Will speed off on his horse.
Alright, so with the poor Ribbity in tow, Striker zooms off. Mindippy and Slasher are next to follow, because at least the promise of reward will spur Mindippy on, and the rest of the party will follow after that, making sure that the camp is successfully transferred to the city without losing any cargo. The sun sets and a new night begins. After several more hours of riding on horseback or donkeyback, or whichever you prefer, the party rides up a hill and overlooks the city of New Merdanea, still standing, and there's no signs of conflict with that. Francis, or Ribbit, lets out an exhale of relief and then sort of points with his froggy fingers to a very large but very rural-looking building just sort of on the edge of town and goes, "That is the High Temple. We must go there."
She's starting to eyeball
Yeah,
this
right.
frog a little bit more since he made it out to sound like it was the most dire thing ever in existence, and shit looks pretty good right now. She's wondering if it's a tarp.
That is an excellent question. You can roll an insight roll if you'd like.
She'll give it a go. I'm probably not very good at this.
As for everyone else, as you all ride into the city ahead of the group, how is everyone's...
We don't have insight on here, but we have perception.
Insight, unfortunately, is the one you need, so it'll just be a flat roll with your wisdom modifier.
Okay. So there isn't a insight, so...
With
I'm not
Slasher,
gonna... Worthless. 5.
Oh yeah, you can't get a beat on the frog. Probably because he is in a frog body too. It's very weird.
with Slasher, she does have knowledge siege. I don't know if that would help or.
Yeah, you can roll that real fast as you're just sort of looking around.
Okay, so she is plus. It's plus 3. Oh wow, 19.
Not bad. As you're looking around the design of the town, you can see that this town and its walls are built very much like the town had been in a war a very long time ago, but the way the buildings are sort of spread out now, it seems like a very distant memory. More so, it looks like this place is a city of trade rather than a sort of garrison for troops. Nonetheless, the remains of its ancient past still litter the city, and it's very noticeable for Slasher.
Okay, so to Slasher, this place was built originally as a place to be sieged, to be attacked, but it seems more to be based on trade and more civil pursuits. So.
Yep. And what did Raksha do?
Well, we're looking at it too. Watching them.
What knowledge roll is this going to be, or?
So it was with wisdom, was it, or with?
Oh, for trying to get a
Depends
beat
on
on
what you want to do, yeah.
Yeah, it's sense motive. If you don't have the skill, it's just your wisdom modifier plus the roll.
So yeah, it's 12.
Well, the frog sounds sincere. It seems that his transformation has not affected his ability to speak. So he still has all the inflections of a normal human. And so far he is, unless he is very, very good at lying, he does not seem to be holding anything back. He is speaking the truth and his honest fears. Mostly because he looks genuinely worried, or happy, or at least relieved that the city is still standing.
And he'll say then, and Rakta will say then we move, and he'll go on, continue on his course.
All right. Very soon, the riders approach the gate to the city. It's a very old-looking gate, and there are some armed guards out front. Maybe a few more than there normally would be. The three might account. As they approach, one of the guards will go, "Halt! No visitors are allowed into the city at this time."
We come here with a member of the guards, Francis, and
As you
he'll
start with the frog, like the guards
yeah,
will
he'll
sort of
pull out the
look at
frog.
you like he's crazy, but then the frog will speak and go, "He speaks the truth. It is I, Francis." And then all of them will just sort of go, "Francis, that is you. So the note was true." "Oh, we are so sorry. We had no idea that the legends were true." "Come here immediately."
Slasher will just sort of speak out, going, "Oh, he's still got his uses. Think he's back. Find out."
As the guards will look sort of horrified and shocked at you saying that, I'm assuming Raksha will sort of just sort of nudge the horse to continue galloping into the city and towards the temple. Oh, Nelson?
Yeah, he'll go, and yeah, he'll follow inside their orders. So.
All right. Do the rest of the party follow, or do they talk and horrify the guards?
No, she's going in.
All right.
She wants to find some place and be able to have a nice, comfy bed for the night before they set out. She doesn't really feel like sitting in for the day, so she's hoping that she can, buddy up with these guys and get the laid out.
I think Slasher will do her usual, having her musket or the gun behind the back of her neck and her hands over it, and sort of slowly walk in. And she'll give the guards an odd look. I'm assuming they're quite heavily armoured.
Yeah, they're pretty heavily armored. They're not, like, wielding the most high-tech of weapons. It's very rural. It looks like a lot of the stuff was just sort of gathered together from storage.
Yeah, she looks at them in a sense of like, yeah, I could take you down in one hit, or I could take you down in one hit, and gives them a odd look. Unless they react badly to orcs, she will just carry on.
Alright. And so, the three enter the city. And again, everyone is sort of inside because it is the night, but you can also tell that a lot of the shops are sort of boarded up, and it looks like the city is preparing itself for the worst, giving rise that Francis or Ribbit's story might be more true than originally guessed. But the party does not stop for that and continue heading towards the Grand Temple of Merdanea on the outskirts of town. And as the party approaches the great double oak doors to the temple, they can hear arguing coming from inside.
Are you speaking in common?
Yes, they are.
Raksha will not care. He'll just step in. He's wanting to know something right now, and he's not gonna let an argument stand in his way.
And as you open the door, like, the noise greets you, and there's at least maybe 5 to 6 people in here. 3 of them are very wealthily dressed and are arguing with what appears to be a preacher of some kind, this female priestess, who looks a little bit worn age-wise, but still holds herself in a sort of pose of authority. A more squattish gnome who has a lot of jewelry on him, and a sort of plump humanoid who is dressed sort of like a magister for the town. And all of them are sort of arguing amongst each other, and the priestess sort of raises her hands and goes, "Enough! Arguing is not going to help the situation. If the enchantress will not help us, we might have to call for reinforcements from the capital city. Our city will not be able to survive if a siege happens." And then, as the parties begin to sort of nod their heads, some of them looking very angrily, they'll begin to notice the approaching hooded figure with the frog and the orc and the gnome. And then the sort of magister-looking individual will turn to the group and say, "I'm sorry, this building is off limits to civilian at this time. Who are you? I do not
He'll say,
recognize
we
you."
are not.
I'm
We
with
are,
the frog.
he'll cut him off in the middle, and yeah, he'll say, we are not civilians. We come here with one of the guards, Francis, and he'll show the frog.
As one of the individuals will sort of speak up, it's one of the wealthy individuals of the three, and he'll just go, "What is this nonsense? Do not speak to our mayor in that manner," in which case Francis will sort of speak up, going, "But he speaks the truth, it is I, Francis. I am sorry, but the enchantress has informed me that she will not be, and I quote, wasting a single thought away from her studies for the next several months," on which there's a cumulative gasp as they all sort of look to a little rolled up note that's on a table nearby and then sort of look worriedly at one another. As the cleric will sort of walk up and go, "I am so sorry, my child. Here, set him down. I will try and undo the wizard's magic."
He'll put him down, and he'll say, I want to know where, and what's the last name again?
A Rosewind.
Rosewind. He'll
At that
say,
point, the one who rose his voice before will go, "And who the hell are you to ask that question?" He'll just sort of glare at you, and then he'll just sort of notice your skin and go, "Remove the hood now, or else guards!" In which case, several of the people who are just sort of
Yo-
standing at the corner of the room will draw their weapons.
he'll actually, before he finishes his sentence, when he asks Raksha who he is, Raksha will remove his fingers. I am Raksha Nylandel, and I was Angharad's protector and lover. I want to know where she is now.
Ooh.
I,
The man just goes, "You're what to my daughter? Guard, seize him!" At which
no,
case,
I,
guards begin to
as
advance.
soon as this was all going on, the guards rushing, the hooded figure being revealed, Slash is just going to point her musket directly at the mayor's head in a gesture of like, you make one move, you're gone.
The mayor, who is the magister-looking person, will just sort of go, let's not be too hasty, everyone." In which case, again, the priest will just go, "Enough! Everyone,
And
sheathe your weapons. Not another word from any of you. Our city is on the verge of a crisis. Several of our townsfolk have either been taken or killed. This is not the time for rash actions from anyone." She will look to the three of you and go, "I am truly thankful that you brought Francis back to us. But if you truly wish to help the city, I'd ask you to please wait outside until our business is concluded here."
Raksha will say, I will not move till I know what happened to Angharad.
As she looks at you and glares at you and says, "A lot of people lost people they care about in what happened these recent nights. Are you willing to say that you're more important than our citizens, whose brothers and sisters and fathers are now
He'll cut
missing?"
her off in the middle and he'll say, you know what happened to them. I do not know what happened to them.
As she will sigh, and again, her age will really show at this, as she will just shake her head and goes, "We do not know what happened to them. That is the whole reason why I have called this meeting together. No riders came to warn us. There were no riders to be found for miles. It is as though a great number of individuals rode in, took the individuals, and then rode off. The crops were pillaged, the granary storages were also plundered, and any valuables inside were taken as well. We suspected bandits, but they were too thorough to be just bandits, unless they had somehow acquired enough soldiers to make an army. Now, please remove yourselves from this temple until I've finished speaking with the town elders. And then I will get to you three.
Right. At that, Raksha will glare at the guy, the man who's Anghar's father, and who seemed to take offense to her, them being loved, and he'll glare at him, and then he'll just walk away, turn around and walk away.
All right. As for the rest of the party,
She'll yawn. Because we're getting closer to nighttime. Say, I walked all the way with this frog over here just to get blown off. I suppose I might as well go cry myself to sleep. And she'll go looking for the inn.
all right. As for Slasher,
She, as they all are talking and discuss more, she lowers her aim. There she rests her musket on her shoulder, and it just lowers it gradually and becomes a bit less serious, and just sort of goes, it's just another bloody adventure. I bet we paid for this. Where's the nearest tavern? And she sort of walks off with the gnome figure, and I think she's going to give the gnome figure a slap on the arse, in the extent of like, come on, the night awaits us.
love it. So we're going to go into two parts real fast. The first is going to be Raksha, as Raksha waits patiently outside. Only 15 more minutes pass before the people begin to leave the church, and so does Varnus Rosewind, your lover's father, as he just gives you the dirtiest of glares before walking out with several guards that seem to be glued to his side, as well as several more who are glued to the other three, what you're probably assuming are the wealthy farmers that Francis mentioned. But then the priestess, holds the door open for you, and you can see that Francis has been restored back to his human form, and he just very greatly bows to you and says, "Thank you again for safeguarding me back. I know it is not much, but I consider you a friend and an ally, and I wish you luck." And then he will return to his post.
He'll just nod at him, and he'll go in.
All right. Once inside, she will sort of lead you to a sort of, probably some sort of meditation room. But there's another individual who is in there, a human knight by the looks of it, in very well shined and purposed armor. He's got a shield that has the decoration of a white rose surrounded by thorns around it, and he bows at the high priest's approach. As she goes, "Now, what were your questions, traveler?"
Guys, I am looking for Angharad, and I will not rest till I find her. Yeah.
It is then that the individual who is also in the room goes, "Well, in that case, we are of kindred spirits, for I am certain I know the ones who have taken them, and where they are being kept." At which point the priest will sort of bring her head to her hands and go, "Lawrence, please, we've been over this. There's no substantial evidence to implicate them." And he says, "No, I am sure of it. Those filthy, ground-loving worms. It is something exactly that they will do. Did you know that they still have slavery in their underground cities?"
Who are we talking about?
As the knight will sort of look at you square in the face and say, "Dwarves. Filthy, mud-loving, rock-mining dwarves. And I'm certain that they've taken these people, these citizens of our barony, to their blasted fortress of Turel Dar."
And he'll say, "Yes, I know they had I know they still have slavery." Guys, if you are positive if she is there, then we go there as soon as possible and take them down.
Finally, someone who's willing to listen to reason, as the priest will speak up again and go, "Please, I implore you, if we go to that fortress without any substantial evidence, we are potentially inviting to cause a war between ourselves and the dwarves. They have not been sighted outside of Turel Dar for the past 5 years. The only hide or hair we've seen of them have been the caravans of precious jewelers and crafters that have come into the city for the yearly harvest festival. They have been nothing but polite, and their commerce has made the city very wealthy over the years. We would be potentially destroying one of our greatest assets if we were to do anything.
Is Turel Dar where Raksha was yeah, are the dwarves of Turel Dar the dwarves that he was chased by in his backstory? Or does it not matter?
No, or you wouldn't really know for sure. The city that they came from, that you know, I'd actually say that you probably didn't even know which city they held to. You do know enough about dwarven hierarchy and like culture to know that there are several underground city-states, and each one sort of like has the same like religion, and they all basically follow that religion, and it has like some sort of like spiritual capital somewhere underground. But it dictates their culture, and the heads of each of the clans is sort of dependent upon that. It's a sort of theocracy-minded city-states. Other than that, you really do not know. But the ones who were after you, their symbol was a black anvil with a flaming red hammer above it.
He'll say, yeah, because Angharad and I were chased by a group of dwarves. Their signal being a well, he'll describe the law sign, and he'll say they chased us, and I remained behind so that she could be safe. Is that the dwarves we're looking for?
As this knight in shining armor sort of stroke his sort of goatee and say, I do not believe so. The dwarves of Turodar believe to the Northram clan. Their emblem is a crystal above a closed door.
And he'll say it is still possible that it is them that took her, but the priest, as much as I would like to storm in there and take her away, if it is them that took her, we do not. It is true, we do not know who took them. I wish, Bangers, but the only way to know is to go there and check, is it not?
As he will smile and say, My thoughts exactly. Priestess, I am not of this town, I am but a questing knight, a paladin of Waylana. I will not be implicated, since there is no temple to my divinity here within the city. If I was to go stay with this individual and perhaps his friends, we might be able to infiltrate and discover the whereabouts of your citizens. Would that not be worth the effort? And she'll just sort of look angrily at this knight and say, I know what you're really getting at, and please let it go. If you hold on to this grudge against the dwarves, it will destroy you. And at that point, he'll sort of slam his fist down at one of the tables and say, That is not the point. Your citizens might be in grave danger. If they are brought to one of the great cities, we may never find them again. The slave trade is active and alive within the dwarven city-states. The longer we wait, the greater chance there is that they will be lost forever. Now tell me, can you honestly rest your conscience on that? With that, she'll finally sigh and turn her back to the two of you and say, Fine. But you must swear that you will not implicate the city. With that, he will bow and say, You have my word. Is that not right, my good sir? As he'll smile at Raksha.
Raksha will say, I will not implicate the city if it is not needed. I will do whatever it takes to get Ingharad back, however.
She will then turn to you and nod and say, Then you have my blessing. May the gods be with you both. With that, the knight will turn to Raksha and go, I believe an introduction is in order then, if we are going to be questing together. I am Sir Lawrence Graceheart. It is a pleasure to be traveling alongside you, good sir.
And he'll just say, I am Raksha Islandale.
Good, then let us be off. We must hurry. If we are to sneak in the night, we might have an advantage against them before the morning comes.
Yeah, Raksha probably, and Raksha will probably leave without waiting for him when he says that.
Right. Meanwhile, over in the tavern, Mindipi and Slasher are just sort of sitting at the bar with large mugs of ale in front of them and a hot mutton chop before each of them.
She'll look at the mutton chop and kind of look over at Slasher and go, "You need some more snot? I got plenty of it."
Then Slasher will look at you while she's eating, because she's always eating very quickly. As soon as food is in front of her, she just instantly grabs it and starts devouring it. And as you say that, and she's already halfway eaten this leg or lamb or whatever, and then sees you going, and sort of slides a bit over it and just goes, extra spice, and actually gets another pouch of Striker, which is still like a peppery sauce still there, and just sprinkles a slight amount over it, like a fine spice, and then offers you some. Or do you want a bit? Or?
Nah, it's quite alright. I think the chef did good enough. You know, they say if you salt your food too much afterwards, you're insulting the chef. And she'll kind of like turn her head back.
As the barkeep, who is just sort of behind the counter, who is a halfling, much like Rylos, except with sort of dark auburn hair, will go, "Oh, thank you. The chef will be very happy to hear about that." As off in the distance, you'll hear Rylos playing the Ballad of Striker, and people are beginning to sing.
Oh, Slasher will get, as she's trying to pour this special sauce, onto this other steak. She'll hear Striker, the song of Striker, the ballad of Striker, and she'll be a bit teary-eyed, a bit upset, a bit kind of as she's gnawing away on this bone, whatever flesh is remaining. As she's like, and then she'll hear the tuning, just be like, "Oh, Striker. He was an absolute imbecile, but he knew how to hit well. That's rare in this kind of world."
She'll just get that she's insulting her and say, "Yeah, sure," and push the thing away from in front of her and walk off. And with that, I need to go to sleep.
Alright then.
Alright, fair enough.
In that case, have a good night, Chantel.
Yeah, I'm starting to like face keyboard.
No problem. We'll call it at the end of the bar scene.
Yeah.
And yeah, with that, Slasher will see this other half kind of go off and walk away, and she'll be in the melody of the music and be like, "Oh, the memories of Striker, how he used to go in there and hit very hard, take a lot of damage," and of her just sitting in the background, taking the sniper shots, the quick hits. And she longs for the days when they were all together, her and her siblings, in the Dwarven Kingdom, and quite infamous in their day. But otherwise, if the gnome goes to bed straight away, she'll just keep drinking, and at one point probably shoot someone else's kneecap off by accident while trying to show off a trick.
It is about that time that Raksha and Sir Lawrence will enter the tavern.
Raksha will
sort
just
of be rushed off to the healer, as Striker is just, or Slasher is probably just drunkenly going, "Whoops."
Now, I'd like to explain it that literally as he enters the tavern, Slasher is literally doing this big crowd-pleasing maneuver, and she's flipping her rifle up and down. She's doing all these quirky acrobatic maneuvers, and she places the gun like to shoot a coin off the table and to make it dance and fly off, but she misses, and you see someone's kneecap explode and socks get out around the bar, and literally a hand goes to her head, just go, "Ooh, sorry."
As they are very hurriedly, like, spirited off by other concerned bar people. Some of them are just too drunk, like, ha ha! But you'll see Raksha and this very shiny individual appear. Just sort of walk up to you.
Yeah, to say. Raksha will just walk in and look at the party. And what's the name of the place we're going for?
The Fortress of Turel Dar.
Yet Raksha will just look at the party and say, we are heading for Turel Dar and we are leaving at dawn, whether you're ready or not. And he'll move on, not caring about the guy that got his kneecap shot off.
Well, Slasher will turn in a manner of like, "Oh, we're going to where? Okay, we're getting paid."
As Sir Lawrence will nod and go, yes, yes, we are. There will be much fortune to get there from this dwarves.
Oh, as soon as he mentions the wolves, she's gonna speak. She's gonna take another sip from her ale, from her drink, and then speak Dwarven. And I don't think, does anyone there know Dwarven?
Not Sir Lawrence. In fact, something very interesting will happen when you say that.
She's gonna say in Dwarven, like, strength to the mountain. A common dwarf saying, like, strong is the mountain. Yeah, your back is only as strong as the mountain, your heart is only as strong as the mountain. Some sort of common dwarf saying. She will describe that.
What's funny is you'll actually see this very manic expression come over Sir Lawrence for a minute. He sort of very forcefully grabs Slasher and goes, "What did you say to me? Are you making fun of me? You're with them, aren't you? I know it. I won't take insult to this."
So who does this?
Sir Lawrence, the shiny guy that just walked in with Raksha.
Oh, the shiny guy does this.
As Raksha has already walked upstairs.
I'd say as soon as he grabs him.
He has, well, Raksha will, he hasn't bought a room yet, so he'll just won't care whatever happens and just get a room and go to it straight away.
Alright then.
As this individual grabs Slasher and does this, who are you? What do you know? Da da da. Slasher kind of looks at him in a very drunken manner and slightly staggering back and forth. And then you hear a click sound, and it's her rifle aiming at this individual's testicles, which is strapped to her waist. And it's that sort of, sorry, what did you want from me?
And he'll immediately just like let you go and put his hands up, and then the charming smile returns and goes, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Sorry, I've had bad experience with dwarven kind before. Please carry on, good fair lady. I will just be off. We have a great adventure to be had on the morrow." As he'll just sort of go up the stairs himself.
She'll kind of cock her head in a way of, yeah, I understand. And she tries to do a cool thing where she kind of flips the rifle around her back in a manner and then holds her hands to her waist in a very sort of, yes, I know what I'm doing, but then the gun will go off and shoot someone else in the kneecap, which and blood will whistle out, and she's still standing there going, whoops, yeah, trying to play it cool, but of course it's not working.
As that person is spirited off to the healer, that is where we're going to end this session. Thank you all for watching. Excellent performance, everyone. And we hope to see you all again soon for the next section of the Assault on Turel Dar. Thank you all for watching and have a wonderful night.